Good morning. Welcome to Winnipeg. Another bright sunny day. Well, sort of a hazy sunny day. Yeah. Okay. Today we're going to paint the rudders. Now, I think I mentioned yesterday the plan was to hold them in a self-locking tweezer and just brush paint them. And then I got to try and glue them on with, if I paint them the 19, which I think I will do, then I won't need to worry about the two paints sort of melding together, and because I'm going to use extra thin most likely to glue the rudders on. And I was just wondering, I wonder how this stuff would work. I haven't actually used this that I can remember anyway. Mind you, it does sort of have a tendency to dry clear, and I think glossy. I don't think it dries flat. We should do an experiment. Let's put some on something and let it dry and take a look at it tomorrow and see what it looks like. I think I'll do that. I'll find a piece of scrap plastic here, and anyway, let's recompose. Our sunrise this morning, which you probably are noticing, is nothing special, but at least we could see the sun come up. I got my windows open here, at least for a while. It was hot yesterday, really hot. I had to leave my air conditioner turned on last night. Which is unusual. Usually around 9 in the evening I can shut it off, but not yesterday. Anyway, let's recompose here and see if we can do something productive. Now, a few moments ago, I put these on the tweezers, and I was, going to paint them the 19 with the brush. And then I realized, well, I'm kind of going about this backwards, because wouldn't it make a lot more sense if I'm going to be painting the 19 the same as what the boats already are? Wouldn't it make a lot more sense to mount these, on the boat, glue them on the boat, and then paint them the 19? And it wouldn't really matter if any of the 19 got onto the boat, because it's already 19. And in that way, it's going to also cover up the glint from the glue. Yeah. Okay, let's see if we can recompose here, and maybe we'll put the macro lens on, and we'll try and glue these in place here. Yeah. All right. So I'm going to be wanting to come in at an angle like this, so that the camera can see it and I can see it. And I think that's just about right. I don't think it matters which rudder I put on which boat. They're both the same. You can see how it's supposed to go there. All right, let's recompose here. Get our macro lens on and get in nice and close. Okay, I'm back. I was just realizing I've got this thing at the wrong angle. I should have this thing sort of something like this, so that we can let gravity be our friend. Doesn't that make a lot more sense to you? Let's just try it. Okay. That makes a lot more sense. This way, when I let go of it, it's going to have more of a tendency to want to stay there. Okay, I'm back again. Now I remember why it is that I wanted to paint the rudder first. And the reason being is that if we put the rudder on now, we're not going to be able to get our propeller on. And then I'd be getting 19 all over the brass propeller, which is supposed to look like a bronze propeller. We'll get it yet. We'll get it yet. Earlier this morning I was noticing that there was quite a few birds around the bird feeder, and then suddenly there was no birds. It was almost like somebody threw a switch and said no birds allowed or something. Anyway, a little later I was out talking to my neighbor, and he was saying that he noticed a hawk flying around. So I guess they're in hiding, you might say, from the hawk. Anyway, may as well top it up here. Okay, I'm using a block of wood here as a steady rest. And I've got an unthinned jar of 19 going on here. I'm hoping that I can just get away with just one coat here. I'm pretty sure I can. Got a comment from a viewer who was mentioning that he was finding that the 66 that he was using to paint his 350 scale, forget which ship it was now. Was it the Bismarck or anyway? He was mentioning that the 66 blended with his plastic, and it was really hard to tell. And what he was going to do, or what he did do, was he flat cleared it, just the plastic, and it sort of took away from that plastic look. Okay, I'm going to paint the tiller and so on the top later. Okay, now let's put this carefully away, and we'll get the other one going on here now. Sample a little bit of fresh. Don't go knocking it out of there. This is just to, get rid of the plastic look. Okay, we'll let those dry and then we'll glue them on. Now let's get ourselves a glass slide and put a little tiny sample of that PVA glue on it and see what happens. Okay, we got ourselves a concave microscope slide here. I guess that's on the other side. Yeah, that's probably more than I needed, right? Maybe I should smear that around with something. Sort of spread it out a little bit here. Seems kind of lumpy. What's this in there? This is probably because I just opened this thing for the first time, so let's just smear it around here. I don't know if I want to try and get rid of that or not. Yeah, I should have thought of that. Okay, let's just let that dry, and we'll see what it looks like after. It'll probably take about 24 hours because it's so terrible thick. Okay. Now, are these going to fit or are they not going to fit? Somehow the holes in the propeller do not look very big. Well, Alright, that one's on the green cloth right below the boat. Let's try this one. Okay, I'm trying to pick it up. It's not really going down over the shaft, is it? It's just sort of sitting on there. Oh, you know, I am just not in the mood for this. Am I going to have to pare those shafts down a little bit, or? Or what would it work now if I was to put a little drop of CA glue, the extra thin quick setting, on there? That would sort of hold them. Yeah, that might work. Just let me press stop here for a minute. Okay, a couple of minutes has passed here, and I think what I'm going to do is take my Tamiya extra thin and see if I can get it to sort of dissolve the end of the shaft there just a little bit. Then maybe this piece will sort of, the shaft will sort of come up through the hole. Maybe I should say ooze up through the hole. No, this is not working. Okay, is it oozing? I don't know, so let me check the monitor. That actually looks pretty good. Okay, let's let that dry out. This is the extra thin, so it's only going to take about 5 minutes. I'm going to reposition now and try and do this other one. I couldn't get both to focus at the same time, but maybe I could have if I had the yeah, I'm going to just swing the whole thing 90 degrees. Oh, gee, now I dropped my propeller. At least it goes straight down onto the green cloth. Okay, let me check the monitor. Does that look straight? Well, I think it's probably going to have to do. I don't know if I can get it down any further. Okay, let's let that dry. Okay. Now you can see how I had everything set up. Thanks for watching, everybody. And all being well, we're gonna see you tomorrow.